The naive girl was tricked into the emperor's chamber. She saw a handsome man sleeping and was instantly infatuated, leaning in to kiss him. The next second, the emperor opened his eyes and grabbed her neck tightly. The scheming sister broke in with guards. She knelt on the ground, pretended to be righteous and begged the emperor to execute the girl. Seeing this boring plot again, a modern girl scolded the screenwriter for lacking creativity. Right after saying that, she unexpectedly traveled into the drama and became the girl. The emperor stared at her fiercely, announcing that her execution would be carried out immediately. Seeing this, the girl forced herself to calm down, then pulled out her hairpin and stabbed it into the emperor's heart. She declared fearlessly, "Sister, tell father we have successfully killed this tyrant." Hearing this, the scheming sister desperately denied the claim. But the emperor had already made a decision. He ordered the execution extended to her entire family. Knowing it was hard to escape death, the girl quickly pulled the emperor and fell to the ground, making his wound stab even deeper. Soon, both of them fainted from the pain. When she opened her eyes again, the girl only thought that everything had been a nightmare. She stretched, but suddenly heard a deep rough voice escape her lips. She touched her body in panic, then lifted the quilt and looked down. Seeing a man's face in the mirror, she finally realized she had traveled into the tyrant's body. However, a mysterious smile spread across her face. The girl reached into her collar, excitedly touching well-defined muscles. She never expected the emperor to have such a good figure. Just then, a eunuch rushed in nervously, reporting that the girl who was about to be executed had gone crazy, claiming that she was the real emperor. The girl was so scared that her legs went weak. Why the emperor had also traveled into her body? At the same time, the scheming sister and the emperor were locked in the same cell. Unable to control her anger, the sister picked up the hairpin and stabbed at him. However, the emperor grabbed her hand, changed the direction and stabbed it into his heart. The scheming sister shouted in shock, "Are you crazy?" But the emperor was disappointed. He failed to return to his own body. Worse still, guards came to announce it was time for the execution. Just as the blade was about to fall, the eunuch came to announce the new imperial edict. It turned out that the girl had urgently ordered the execution to be cancelled, and appointed herself as the emperor's concubine. The scheming sister was driven crazy by jealousy. She saw the girl sitting arrogantly on a chair, ordering someone to change her clothes just like the emperor. But the next second, clothes were thrown rudely over her head. The emperor was taken to a mysterious room. An elderly maid claimed that she must check the girl's physical integrity. Otherwise, the qualification to serve the emperor would be revoked. The emperor found this absurd and only wanted to leave. But he was forcibly grabbed, and his limbs were restrained. The elderly maid heated a pair of tongs over a candle flame, and then reached into his clothes. The emperor struggled wildly, however, it was all in vain. He shed tears from the pain, unable to believe every concubine had gone through such a thing. He was wrapped in a quilt and carried to the emperor's bedchamber. Seeing his weakened state, the girl greeted him gloatingly.